big smile. It's cute. We just got in the taxi, but every time we do this, I feel like we're gonna get kidnapped. These cute little things. I'm about to eat one. Hold this. What if this is like poison?
Dude.
You think they can do that?
No.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, they could, but they wouldn't. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm gonna show you my room.
Oh, am I following you?
You walk in.
It's so dark.
Well, we can't figure out how to... There's one line. Okay. Okay, this is the toilet room, bathroom, shower. So it has a seat in it. Oh, frick. Okay, this way. And then our basic room was the bed. Is a patio with a tropical view. Let's go find some food. We got our first little order of room service. I got fajitas, which you can't really see. Tortilla soup, which this is overkill because we did go to dinner, but I did not like what I got. So I got options. Creme brulee. Carrot cake, which Cameron thinks that I don't like.
She always says she doesn't.
And then a brownie. I'm actually so excited. Okay, I just tried this cake. Show them. The carrot cake. I did not like it.
Who was right?
Hey guys, welcome to Mexico. We are in Playa del Carmen at Hyatt Zilara Riviera Maya. That's so hard to say. It is technically our first day. We got here at like 5:30 yesterday. We just checked in, had dinner, and then came back to the room and went to sleep. But now it is Wednesday. It is currently almost 1 p.m. because this morning we went to the Hyatt presentation for their membership club at 9:30 at the Secrets Resort, which is only like 10 minutes away. So we went to that and it took forever. They said it was gonna take an hour and a half, but it definitely took longer than that. We listened to their little program and Cameron was about to buy it. This is the start of my Mexico vlog. I'm currently reading The Cruel Prince right now and I'm on chapter 21, so I just got to book 2 of this and it's kind of getting a little crazy. But I also brought the entire Summer I Turned Pretty series, so I'm going to start reading this very soon and make a whole video just on this series. But that is the start of our vacation. They brought us a little dessert for our anniversary. So cute. I just got coffee at the coffee shop. I got an ice cream macchiato and then like doesn't really taste like coffee. What did you get?
I got ice cream. It tastes like ice cream.
Yeah. We are now going to dinner at the grill. We just got back from dinner and we went to the Italian place. I think it's called The Grill. We started off with bread and then for an appetizer, I got a Caesar salad, or what I thought was a Caesar salad, but it was 2 little wedges of lettuce and 2 pieces of bread, but it was actually really good. And Cameron got, I don't even know what it was called, but I feel like it was like a meatball, but it was really good. So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna get that. For our main course, I got chicken parmesan, and then Cameron got green linguine, but it was actually really good. If you take the nuts off the top, I think I'm gonna, next time we go, I'm gonna get that and ask to not get the nuts because I hate nuts. But yeah, it was a pretty good dinner. That's it for tonight. I'm gonna put my PJs on and probably read or edit my video. Okay, so do it right. We just got our breakfast. I thought that's a turkey bacon, not turkey sausage. And it is hot chocolate.
It's hot chocolate?
Mm-hmm. And then bread
things. Cameron got French toast, which actually looks really good. I wish I got that.
Good morning. We are heading to the pool and I'm starting my Summer I Turn Pretty reading vlog. So I'm gonna start this when we go down. And yeah, hopefully we get a little darker today. Why are you standing like that? This morning I woke up at like 4:50 on accident and I could not go back to sleep for the life of me. So I stayed up until like 6:30 and I listened to the rest of this on audiobook, and this book is so good. Like, I'm gonna give it like 4.5 stars. I don't know why people say that this is the slowest one, and I think it's because I went into it thinking that it was gonna be bad, that it was actually really good. And I'm very excited to read the next books even though I do not have them yet. So I wish I had them, and I also wish I had read this a long time ago, because if you watch one of my previous vlogs, I said this is the 3rd time that I've owned this book, and I gave it away 2 times prior to this, and then Cameron bought me it, and I was like, I'll read it because Cameron bought it. But now I finally read it, and I really liked it.
I got an iced caramel latte instead. I think that tastes better. Can you try it?
No.
That tastes like coffee. The other one tastes like straight milk. Okay, then I got a chocolate croissant. This is called a sweet cream. I don't know. And then the vanilla concha that you liked this morning.
Oh yeah.
It's an iguana. You just scared Cameron.
Now he's just putting it in and instantly sitting in it.
I meant to update y'all before I got in the shower, but I forgot. We went down to dinner. We went to the Italian place again that we went last night, and I got the appetizer that Cameron got yesterday because it was so good. And I ended up finding a hair in it, and I felt bad, but I had only taken 1 bite, so I wanted my appetizer. And so then I like asked him, like, I was like, hey, there's a hair, is there any way I can just like get a new one? And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I felt so bad. And then the manager and the chef came over and was like, I'm so sorry that this happened. Can you come back tomorrow night and we'll make you a special dinner? And I felt so bad because like the chef was just out here trying to do his job, and now he's having to come talk to us. We were like, we'll come back on Monday, which is very far from now because it's Thursday. So we'll come back on Monday and we'll see if they remember. I feel like we both feel like they're gonna forget, which is fine, like it's not that big of a deal. Then we had our normal dinner. I ordered what Cameron ordered the other day because it's actually really good. It was like a pesto pasta, but it was like, I feel like it wasn't really pesto. It was very cheesy, but it was pesto. And then Cameron got a new thing. He got spaghetti and meatballs, and it was not very good. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't, like, what I got was a lot better. And then we got dessert. And we were ordering dessert. Cameron had the menu, so I didn't know, like, some of the words are weird. I guess they're in Spanish, so they're not weird, but I don't know how to say them. And so there was, like, this caramel thing, and, oh, it's Italian. But anyways, I didn't know how to say the words because they were fancy words for no reason. And so he came and he was about to leave and he was picking up our plates, but I wanted to order the dessert so he would like know that we wanted dessert. So I was like, is there any way I could get an apple tart? Because Cameron wanted to order an apple tart, and I knew that if I said apple tart, he would have to order what I wanted. And so he ordered what I wanted. It was so funny. And then he came back and he gave me the apple tart. And Cameron the caramel thing, and then we switched. But turns out the caramel thing was not good at all. And the apple tart was decent until you ate the apples. Now it's basically our whole night. And then we went for a tiny little walk Thanks for listening to my story. I just watched this TikTok and they were playing a game where they try to guess each other's 4-digit number, and so me and Cameron just played and he got 3 of the numbers on like the second guess. Every time we play a game, he literally just always gets like the perfect guess. Like there's no reason he should be good. He just guesses. I go first. Okay. Cutting together. We're having a blast. I did read a little bit more of The Summer I Turned Pretty, but then I was listening to the audiobook on the balcony and literally fell asleep. So now I have to like go back and find where I was actually listening at. That's our fun little update.
Cloud. I win.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're going to breakfast. We came back up, Cameron took a nap, and I finished The Summer I Turned Pretty, and it was not fun. We're gonna go down and eat lunch and then go to the pool again, and I'm gonna start people we meet on vacation. And I'm really excited, and hopefully it's much better than The Summer I Turned Pretty. We just got room service. About to dig in. Good morning.
Morning.
I look rough. We slept for over 12 hours. I don't know how long we slept, but it was a while. And it's like 10 right now. So we're gonna eat and then go to the pool. It is now Monday. Yesterday was our anniversary and we went to Tulum for the day. So we woke up at 6 and then got ready, went down to, oh, that's the birds. I was like, what is that? And then we got ready. We went down to get coffee and we just got some pastries because that's the only thing that was open. And then we waited for our taxi. The birds are like fighting on the patio. We waited for a taxi and then we went, and we were the first people to get picked up because we were the furthest away. And so we were in the car for like an hour and a half, like going around and picking up people. And it was kind of terrible because the seat was like sitting so upright that it was so uncomfortable, but it was fun. And then we got there and the first thing we did, we went to I forgot what it's called, but this is what it's called. We went to the like Turtle Bay, and I was thinking that we were gonna get in the boat and then go out, but it was like we had to walk out there, and I am terrified of walking in, like I hate walking in the sand, like in the ocean and stuff. And there was a crap ton of seaweed. Like if you ever go on a trip here, like I think Cancun is the same way, but at least in Playa del Carmen and Tulum, the seaweed is terrible. Like there's so much seaweed, you can't like just walk into the water without walking through a mound of seaweed. And so that's how it was like, but the seaweed kept going and we had to swim out, and like we had life jackets and stuff, so it was like fine. But the part where we had to actually walk, it was like terrible, and I was like, oh, like I was like forcing myself to do it. And then on the way back, it was so much worse on the way back because we went into a different part that had more seaweed, and I was like freaking out, like trying to stay calm, and Cameron was like trying to talk to me, and I was like, I gotta get out, I gotta get out. It was terrible, but there was no, like I had to go, like I had to get out. So I did it, faced my fears. I also got water in my ear so many times, and that's also, like I hate getting water in my ears or my nose anywhere. And so I did that multiple times. So faced 2 fears yesterday unknowingly, but it was really cool. A turtle came up, like right, they would come up for air, and they actually came up for air like in front of me 3 times, which is crazy because I feel like that didn't happen for other people. But one of the times I had no idea where the turtle was because like I couldn't, it was very murky where we were at, and so I couldn't tell where the turtle was at. And apparently it came up right in front of my face and I didn't see it. I don't know, because I looked back and I was like so confused. But yeah, we have one little video of that. But I got this little waterproof thing for my phone, which was so fun to have, because if not, like I would not have been able to bring my phone at all because we were like fully in the water. I brought it and it was really fun. It was only like 15 bucks at the shop, so like it wasn't that big of a deal. And we actually have one video of the turtle coming up, but whenever you come above water, it will like stop recording, like when the water touches the screen. So it like kept not recording properly, but I'll show you all some pictures they also provided for us. So we did that, and it was really fun, and it was actually pretty cool. I liked it when we swam out further, and like all of the seaweed was gone. We were more around like a coral part, but it really wasn't that much coral, but it was like a little bit, and the seaweed was gone, so it was like a lot more clear. I liked being out there. Like I kind of wish maybe in the future we'll do a snorkeling thing, like where it's not right on the edge with a bunch of seaweed, because that part was like really cool. There was a bunch of little fish. There's a lot of fish, and it was cool to see. And then we swam back, and then we went straight to the Cenote, and I don't remember what the name of this one was. I think it was like just the Grand Cenote, but I didn't even know we were doing this when we booked the trip. That was my foot, sorry. I didn't even know we were doing this when we booked the trip, but I'm actually so glad because it was like both of our favorite part. But we both jumped in, and Cameron actually hit his feet on the rock, which I'm so glad he didn't hit anything else. But he did a backflip, and I was so tempted, but I just now did a backflip off the diving board like 2 weeks ago. So I didn't know if I could do it off of a flat surface, so I didn't. I just jumped in. But luckily they got videos of us because we weren't allowed to bring our phones to that either. But we paid like 40 bucks and got all of the pictures and stuff, and they also provided pictures of like other things, so it was really fun. But we swam through that, we swam in, and then kind of like around and back out, and it was really fun. But we were in a group of like kind of a lot of people, and so at some points it got really crowded in there, and at one point I was like about to freak out because we were like, there was just too many people in one tiny space. I think if it was like Cameron and I by ourselves with a tour guide, it would be like absolutely so fun. But half of us spoke English and half of us spoke Spanish, and so I feel like there wasn't a common like spatial boundaries between us. But the other family who spoke English, they were getting really, their daughter was like getting really mad because a girl like wouldn't swim. She was just holding onto his floaty, and she like wouldn't swim at all, and so she's laying out like this the whole time, and there's not that much space in there, so she was taking up a lot of the space. But other than that, it was really fun, and it was really cool to see. I've been in a cave before, but I didn't even know that they had them like underwater, and it was really cool to look because we got snorkeling gear as well, so it was cool to look under, and it was like really deep at some points, which was like a little bit scary but not at the same time. But the water was absolutely freezing, but I do recommend it. So if you're around Tulum or Playa del Carmen, you should totally do it. They don't have the thing we did, you couldn't get picked up in Cancun, but I'm sure they have something similar around there. And then after we left there, we went to the ruins, which was really fun, but it was so hot at this point, like we were dying. But we got to walk around and like see the ruins, and I think it was really cool. I think it would be really fun to go to I think it's like Chichen Itza or something like that, the actually bigger one in Mexico, but that's like 3 hours from us, and we didn't really want to do that just because the taxi alone would be like $600 or something. But this was really fun. We first did the tour guide, and he was like talking to us, but the thing was that he would switch back and forth between English and Spanish because like half of our group was Spanish, and like that's completely fine because I cannot speak 2 languages at all, so he was doing a lot better than me. But it was hard to determine like when he was switching, because he would like say a couple sentences and I'd be like, oh yeah, he's talking English again. So it was kind of hard to like understand him, which is like fine because like my fault for not speaking Spanish. So I'm not mad at him like that he wasn't super fluent, but we got the gist from it, so that was fun. And then we got to walk around by ourselves, which was really nice after being like so close to so many people all day. We were glad that we got to like explore by ourselves, so we kind of just walked around, and it was so hot, and we had no sunscreen on because you weren't allowed to wear sunscreen to the sea turtles or the cenote. So we didn't have any sunscreen on, which we totally could have stopped before we like went into the ruins and put sunscreen on, but he told us to leave our bags in the car, and I didn't really want to like hold everyone up by putting sunscreen on, so we just didn't put any on. So both of our backs, like where the life jackets were burnt from the sea turtles, and then my feet are burnt from whenever we were at the ruins, but it's really not that bad, so it's okay. But the ruins were really cool. There was like a cliffside that you could go, and it was really pretty to see it, but the thing is there's so much seaweed, like it's crazy. I don't know if there's like a time of year that you can come here and there's not that much seaweed, but that's just like my warning. If you want to come to Mexico or like this little part of Mexico, be ready to see a lot of seaweed. But at this point we were like so hot and sweaty. I was wearing a really thin white shirt, and you could like see all the way through it, which I still had my swimsuit on, so it was like not that big of a deal, but I had like sweat all the way through my shirt, and I usually don't sweat that much, so it was kind of crazy. And then we met back at the original point, and at this point we were so tired, like I guess just the sun and like walking around every day. Oh, I forgot, before we went to the ruins they gave us a little lunch buffet at the Cenote, which was really cool because I knew they were providing lunch, but I didn't know how they were going to do it. And so like right from the water we went straight to lunch, and they had like tacos and stuff, which it was good. And I like at that point we were so hungry, but it was a lot of fun. And then after that we went to the ruins. We got back in the van, and then we had to drop everyone off again, and then we were the last stop. So I don't even know how long we were in the van, probably like an hour and a half. We were closer to like an hour and a half, but we were the last stop, and then they dropped us off, and we came up and we took showers because our hair felt so disgusting from the ocean and the cenote at the same time. We took a shower, and then we went down to dinner. We went to the Tempest place again. It's our 3rd night going, but this time I got salmon, and Cameron got some type of beef bowl, and they were good. I really liked his more than mine. And then we just came back up to the room, and we were like we were gonna take a nap, and then we were like, no, we're not gonna take a nap. And then I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. And so we ended up both going to sleep around like 6, and we slept all night, and we woke up at 9 this morning. So we slept well over 12 hours. There was some point, like Cameron said he woke up at like 1 for a couple hours, and I woke up at 10 for a little bit, and then at 7. So like we didn't like sleep solid through the night, but we slept for a very long time. So we were very well rested. It is now 11:40, and we're kind of having a slow morning because my period came to ruin the trip. But we're getting ready now, and we're gonna go down to the pool. This is our last full day, and we're just gonna read by the pool and chill. I think we're gonna read by the beach some as well. That is my little update from yesterday. We're gonna go down to the pool. I swear I smelled it. I just smelled coffee. Thank you. What do I think? This is our special dinner in the room by ourselves.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah, I think they may forget about us though because the door's shut. Same appetizers as night 1. So my breakfast on our last day. After we finish, we gotta go down and book a taxi, and then we're leaving at 12. So we have like an hour before we leave. But I'm kind of ready to go home.
Hello.
Okay, we are about to leave. I have all the stuff packed, I think. I think I checked everything, but we'll check everything again. We had our breakfast, and now it's time to go. Rate your stay.
It was good. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I would say 10 out of 10. Punta Cana was nicer, but 10 out of 10. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh.